right, I've said it before, but I probably never meant it as much as I do with this one right here. Current market G-bodies are going absolutely crazy, and where I used to find these things easier than most, it is getting harder and harder by the day. So I know at some point I'm gonna regret this one. This one's a 1986 model, one owner, Alabama car. Well, two owner, I guess. When the woman passed, she left it to her daughter, and I was able to acquire the car from there. 20,000 miles, and she's still wearing the original Eagle GT2s. The condition on those wheels is amazing. What you decide to do with this car is up to you, whether you drive it or whether you just tuck it away. I will include a brand new set of Cooper Cobras. Raised white letter, of course. Paint on this car is really, really solid. It is 1986 GM lacquer paint. Vehicle was stored inside for the bulk of its life before being moved to a covered carport. Doesn't matter, there is still gonna be some checking in the lacquer. That is just par for the course. But look at the body on this thing. Just absolutely gorgeous. I've walked around this car probably 5 times and haven't found any dents or dings. Just like I said, checking in the lacquer, little clear coat issues that you can see there. But just super nice. That's a scratch there. Absolutely gorgeous car. All of your window seals are in great shape. Your door seals. Your glass is in fantastic shape. Check out that dashboard. Just a beautiful car. Again, this car was stored inside. Even being an Alabama car, the sun did not get the best of the dashboard nor the interior. Interior on this car is fantastic. Look at those seats. Carpet's super nice. Just the smallest spot there. Check out those seat backs. The seat belts are still nice and deep in color. Beautiful headliner. And just a tiny bit of sun fade up at the very top of that back seat. Par for the course with these cars, but it didn't affect the package tray one bit. I don't know if the camera can pick up on that, but 20,691 on the mileage. Check out the steering wheel. All of your T-top plastics. Just absolutely gorgeous. In between the doors. Your door panels. Bottoms of the doors. And the cab corners. We'll go around to the passenger side and do the same. If you've ever watched one of my videos, especially for a G-body, you know that we have discussed the fact that white shows all of the surface And that is probably the extent of what I've seen as far as surface rust on these cars. You know, this is a huge drain area for T-top cars. So this is an area you always want to check when you're purchasing one of these. This one is immaculate. It's absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. We'll do the same on the driver's side. Then we'll pop the hood, get a look under there. Take a look in the trunk. Throw this girl up on the lift. But just absolutely beautiful. 1986 Chevy Monte Carlo SS. All right, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. Stock in the box, 305, AC, everything is still intact and functioning as it should. I will make mention these videos are shot out of sequence, so this is actually the last video that I'm shooting. When I test drove this car for a few miles coming back from detail, I don't think the temp gauge ever moved. No shaking, no rattling, no smoking. Again, white cars tell on themselves. Look at that deck lid, just absolutely flawless. Not even signs of surface rust. Just a beautiful old Monte Carlo. Factory spare, jack, matte. GMT top bags, and as you can see, just perfect. 1986 Chevy Monte Carlo. Guys, we are getting a test drive in the 1986 Chevy Monte Carlo. Just pulling out of the detail shop. Speedo works, odometer works just like she should. Shift indicator lines up right. Fuel gauge works. Voltage, oil pressure, and RPMs all functioning. We are on a cold start, so temp gauge has not moved yet. Turn signal indicators work on the interior and exterior of the car. And as you can hear, radio functions. Heat and AC both function as they should. And surprisingly, for tires as old as these are, these run really smooth and really solid. I typically don't drive these cars on the original tires. However, the collectability on these Eagle GT2s is really where it's at. So I don't want to pull them off of the car, keeping my driving to a minimum. I was pretty amazed because these didn't show any signs of dry rot, no cracking. But not a whole lot to talk about on this girl. She is just floating right along. Shifts through all the gears exactly like she should. Just a really nice, good running 1986 Chevy Monte Carlo SS. We'll bring this one to an end right up here at the light. No shakes, no rattles when braking. Just a great little car. '86 Chevy Monte Carlo. Get a look up underneath this Chevy Monte Carlo. Car just got here, so we are doing our initial assessment. So this is my first look and yours as well. We'll start right back here with the frame extensions. Frame extensions are excellent. Trunk support, excellent. Frame extension on the passenger side, absolutely perfect. It's an Alabama car, so I don't expect anything except for some spiders, maybe. Rear package tray in the trunk pan is excellent. As you can see, rear seat pan on both sides, absolutely perfect. Rear passenger side floor pan, perfect. Front passenger side floor pan, absolutely perfect. Catalytic converter still in place for you California guys. Driver's front pan, flawless. Driver's rear pan, absolutely perfect. This car is absolutely amazing underneath. Super nice. Just some surface on the rear axle, but just an amazing car underneath.